Hello, thanks to Fresh Apple News for requesting more book reviews, or I might not have made this video. So right now I'm listening to an audiobook called Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. I love all of what she does. You can go to her website, brenebrown.com, and find PDF downloads. She's got a blog, research. It's a plethora of information there. She's a researcher and a social worker. And so, yeah, what is this book about? Essentially, it's about having the courage to be vulnerable. And what that means is, well, it takes a whole book to really get into it, but she talks about something called shame resilience and the importance of building shame resilience. So she also talks about the difference between shame and guilt. So if I do something bad or I make a mistake, I might feel guilty about it. Oh, that was a silly thing for me to do. Or I might say that was a stupid mistake. It's probably not the nicest self-talk, but the difference between guilt and shame is if I was feeling shame, I would think to myself, I'm stupid because I made this mistake. I'm not lovable because I made this mistake. I'm a loser. Instead of, that wasn't a good idea. I made a mistake. What can I learn from this? How can I fix it? How can I make amends? And shame is a really big problem with pretty much everyone today. I think we all feel shame. It's just a matter of whether we can build resilience and face that shame, admit at least to ourselves, if not to other people, that we're feeling shame so that we can fix it. So I'm reading my notes. She wants us to give up perfectionism, which I wholeheartedly agree with. Perfectionism has prevented me from so many things, and I know I'm far from perfect, so sometimes I look at people who say they're perfectionists and I'm like, they're not, doesn't look like you're trying very hard to be perfect. And so when I say I'm perfectionistic, I have that same judgment about myself, because I am very far from perfect. But what perfectionism is really not taking a chance, not being willing to fail, fall down, make a mistake, screw up. So we spend so much of our lives waiting for everything to be perfect, waiting for that book to be perfect, waiting for us to be the ideal weight that we want before we start dating. Things like that. So if you can see yourself in that description, you might want to read the book Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. So I hope you found this helpful. If you've read the book, I'd love to know your experience and how it's changed you. And if you haven't read the book yet and you have more questions, feel free to post your comments below. Thanks again to Fresh Apple News for requesting that I make more book review videos. I will start making a lot of them because I have been listening to audiobooks. I generally listen to at least one a week on average, sometimes more. And I get them, I find out about these books from other people who recommend them. So generally they're pretty awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this has been of value to you. I know that this book right now, I'm going through a breakup, and it's really reinforcing knowing that even though this is so scary and I feel so sad, that I need to be willing to go out into the world and face my fears and face the things that make me feel shameful if I want to grow into the woman that I truly want to be. Okay, lots of love. Namaste.